What's up?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Wake and Bake with my Canacast. I'm Canna Dave.
And I'm Groovy.
On today's Wake and Bake, we are live from Benton Harbor, out on the west side of the state of Michigan. We're here for the Organic Cup. That's why we made our way out here to check it out. We dropped off some entries. We dropped some off for the indoor flower competition. The two strains we dropped off, might as well get into that now because I know Groovy's going to bring that up here soon.
Canada Dave entered some stuff, so I was pretty stoked for that. Yeah, sorry, and I actually dropped the ball here, so I forgot my microphone cables because I was not thinking when I ran out the door. But
we did leave early as hell. We left. We were talking at 5:30 in the morning. We had to get here by 11:30, but we didn't link up till about 7. Made our way out here. Got here about with a half hour to spare before the entries were closed out. So,
but either way, we're here. We're doing it remotely. We're sharing a camera. We're sharing everything. So
pretty much,
we're here. That's what I'm happy about. So,
but yeah, the two strains we entered was the
entered.
Yeah,
David.
Yeah. That I entered.
David. What's up, Dave Cobb? Good morning, man. Thank you. Good morning, all our Canna fam.
Yeah, what's up?
I love that.
What's everyone smoking on, blazing on this morning? Always let us know how
Right the fuck on, Canna Dave. Hell yeah.
Hey, thanks, Dave. I appreciate it.
Yes, and he did enter.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they didn't do it. Well, I just wanted to say this because like last time they did it based off how the cannabis was grown, like the sativa indica hybrid, at the Big Cloud when I played it as a musician. This one was all organic, and it was so they. I feel like maybe they thought they were gonna get less entries, so they it was just indoor and outdoor.
Yeah, that was it for the flower. Yeah,
and then
indoor
CBD.
And outdoor.
I think there was CBD.
They had
hemp or
they had that. They had donut. They had infused.
Regular pre-rolls,
rosin, and so on and so forth. But yeah, man, I see what you're saying on that. It was cool though because you were able to just turn in 2 entries. You know, you're paying for one, you can turn in 2. Pretty much, it wasn't like, oh, hey, you got to buy per entry you want to compete with.
Right.
They are not announcing it until tonight at like 9 o'clock. I think it's when they start going through it. And yeah, hopefully, I entered 2 different strains, 2 different types. So we shall see. Bangerang and Pressure. Pretty stoked on it. Pretty stoked.
Yeah. Always let us know what you're smoking on, dabbing on, if you could share it. Honestly, so sad because I'm such an audio buff that today my audio is not as good as normal. Literally have the microphones, forgot the cables. So, kind of hilarious. But that's the kind of fun part about being on the road. That's always a little different. You know, he's always end up like a weird background, like our bed where I slept. So it's like it's it's just fun to be on the road. And actually next week, if you are gonna be in Vegas for BizCon, or if you have any questions about those vendors out there, DM us. We will ask those questions. We are gonna be out there, trying to do some interviews and set up interviews.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I can't believe we're already going out to BizCon in like 2 days. So these last like 5 days have been jam packed. This week for me has been hell, and then on top of it, we gotta leave for a week, so it's gonna be a long couple weeks. Then we got Thanksgiving, so I'm pretty stoked about that though. And some family time would be nice. But smoking on the soap.
T-Dub, are we in your area right now? Is Benton Harbor like your area? I don't know how to say that anyway.
Is it here or you from right here? I thought it was Grand Rapids, which I don't think is too far from Benton Harbor. I think it's a little south, but I'm not too sure. We're more on the east side of the state, so I can tell you anything about Metro Detroit. Other than that, pretty lame. I don't know much on the west side, northern Michigan.
I know, but I like how you jump from like you don't know where the area versus lame.
Hey, that's just how it is sometimes, man. You know, I don't know.
Sometimes, right? I guess.
We did. I don't know if you guys checked out our story last night, but did you see the donut we did last night? That was a pretty nice donut we created last night before we passed out.
I was
giving me like a blank stare.
No. Well, dude, I mean, we smoked a lot of donuts, man. I don't know in my life. Oh, Andy, Steve, and Jason are here. Well, we didn't see him yesterday, but I'll be honest, There's a lot of weed going on, a lot of movement going on. It's all inside.
A lot of smoke.
A lot of fun. We'll try to say what up if we see him.
Definitely,
Okay, we're a couple hours south of T-Dub. Who's putting on the cup? Good question. So, I'm actually not wearing the hat right now, but Big Cloud Farms. I don't know if you remember from a few months ago that I played an event called Big Cloud Farms that we talked about, like a farmers market.
And caregivers.
I mean, they have some companies from the market, right? Like, I think North Coast is out there. We actually, now we can announce it because things were like in the air. We are actually going to be doing a part of the blind rolling contest, blindfold rolling contest in honor of
Blind James, I believe it was.
In honor of Blind James, yeah, I didn't want to miss the name. I thought it was James, but yeah. They go by guy in the community, so it'll be really cool. Hopefully, we get to meet him. I don't know if it's in honor of him specifically or only him, but that's what I thought it was, right? Yeah.
Yeah, blind roll.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Do some.
I'll be at 7 o'clock, so we'll see how we do. Groovy's like up. He's like, I'm ready for it.
Mahogany was gelato and Gary Payton. Diamonds and sauce. Nice,
Ooh,
nice.
I like both those strains.
But no, it's a group of individuals. Like we actually met Mr. Fungi 420. Rick. He's a really cool advocate. Really like to learn more about his story before I speak about it. But group of individuals. I haven't met everyone on the team, to be honest, because I was there as a music artist, and then now we're here doing it on the other side, and just kind of meeting people still. It's a great community. I really dig them. Love the events.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's been a good experience. We tuned in yesterday to, they were talking solventless, chat.
Panel.
Yeah, solventless panel. You had multiple solventless extract artists coming on, discussing what they like, what they don't like. They were talking indoor, outdoor, bud, processes, and different things. So that was pretty cool. So they do have like different types of, what would you call these, panel sets throughout the show. You have some performances. You have some artists performing music. There's food. So overall, it's a pretty cool experience. I mean, I guess this is what the one you went to is one of the first ones, but this is like a connection with like Gage Green Group or designer, that brand designer that's on everything.
So I've seen them around.
I think that's Gage.
The Gage Green Group. I've seen them around. Designer. He's a genetic designer, correct? I just want to make sure I thought so. When we looked at his seeds yesterday, it looked like that's exactly what he was. I just didn't want to. It'd be really cool to meet him. Fang, I believe, is what he goes by. And no, not at BizCon, Andy, at the Organic Cup where we're at today.
But we were talking about BizCon earlier. That's what he's saying. I think Steve and Jason will be at BizCon.
Oh, got you. Got confused there. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely try to link for sure.
Yeah, Smokey and Terp Wizard
Let
were
them know
there.
we'll be there.
They were both on the panel for the solventless panel. When we were chatting up, when we were actually smoking, that's where they were. We took actually a photo of it and posted in the stories. Yeah, there is no cups over on the east side of the state, really. Most of it's on the west side. A lot of this stuff. I mean, I think that has to go with just the area and property out here is a lot bigger, and the venues I feel like just are like, okay, it's cool, let's hang out, you know. We're not banning cannabis. A lot of the Metro Detroit still isn't even opened for cannabis yet. So, but yeah, Dave, we definitely will. We'll have to chat more this winter and put it into motion for next year, because it's a lot.
To get things going.
Yeah, it could be a big event, and it takes a lot of time and stuff. So, but yeah, let's set it up. Definitely be down. So. But yeah, obviously we're not blazing up right now, but
yeah, it feels weird.
Yeah.
If you want, we can like put that. That's about all we could do. So
I mean, I could do that.
Yeah, what I've been doing personally is I just do the old school bathroom, hit a dab, turn the fan on. But whatever. What do y'all do when you're on the road smoking? Do you take vape carts? Like, what do y'all recommend? What do you do? We actually didn't. We meant to get a cart. We never did. So it's pretty fun being on the road. It's like a whole different vibe. I'm not in my comfortable setup. I will volunteer to help. I love it. Mahogany, where'd you get the Zope? See, everyone's smoking Zope today. That's what's up. That's what's up. I dig it, man. I love the Zope. I think that was that green bag stuff. We got it from Cookies originally, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't remember where the hell the man from off the camera. Trying to remember. Was that Cookies Genetics? The soap? The soap, right? Tasted like pine trees, right?
Yeah, it's either that or Sea Junkies, right?
Right. I think the cultivator was Cookies. Right. Right on. My guy. Love it.
I think. Bathroom
Carts
dabs.
are the best. Bathroom dabs are carts for sure. Yeah, I don't know what Dave's doing. I think he's just breathing in. I think we're just doing it. Oh shit. Here we go.
You know what's funny? I need that
Cheers.
that one thing we used to have back in the day, where you would put a old paper towel roll or like a toilet paper roll and stuff it with dryer sheets. Wasn't that back in the day? That was one of my old favorite ways, especially when we were back at living at the frat house. You couldn't smoke inside, so that would be the go-to. And Groovy went to the bathroom, obviously. But yeah, so what we are trying is, this is RS11. It is Rainbow Sherbet, and this is by Michigan Turp Farms.
Yeah, they were a really cool group. We got to talk to a couple individuals from out here in the Cup. So it was really cool. Loved getting it. I mean, they hooked it up. You know, we bought a bucket. Got 3.73. As you see, they even put the micron run on there, or the run on there. So that's cool.
The bags, yeah, that's pressing. Good. There was
Slaps.
Yeah, it's very tasty. There's like
That's what that stream was called. I was thinking of yesterday.
slaps, not the whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. That was a little.
It's an 8 hour. It took us 8 hours to remember what strain that was.
Hey Allison, what's going on, fam? Superior Selections Wedding Fantasy. Metal show. Let's go.
Smoking on some
What's
lemon
wedding
cherry
fantasy?
gelato.
Smoking on our lemon cherry ice cream cone. No, I'm just kidding. Gelato. I know exactly what you meant. D&K, that's our fam. Always check out D&K Growers. If you like us, you will definitely support their brand.
Yes.
Solid price.
Good morals,
Dispose.
good values. Come from the
Good
caregiver
brain.
market. Come from
Let's go.
good roots.
Let's go.
Yeah. Always supports D&K. Yeah, I'm like, I don't need nothing. That's right.
Oh, right. Yeah, cheers. I'm hitting
I
the
don't
button.
even have headphones on.
Hey, you
today.
can't even see me hitting the button. I messed up. I literally brought my normal stream thing. I was ready to
Just
do a
for
full
himself.
stream.
For himself.
No. I brought my own, but bring your own headphones. And then I forgot the mic cables. So there's that. I was like, I got mics.
It's alright.
Got no cables.
It's alright. We still here. We still live.
We're here. We still streaming.
We're still streaming.
Nothing holding us back. Oh, Dewey DB. I was gonna say his real name. I never know.
Hey, what's
Smoking on
up, man?
Biscotti. There we go.
Biscotti's
Morning,
a
fam.
good strain.
Threw down an excellent DMV set with my dude on his birthday. It was fantastic. How do we get my Canna cast flat brims? Usually I'd say the website, but I think we are having some issues.
Yeah.
Allison, just DM us. DM us.
Yes.
I think we have one black and then a couple gray left. So
Yeah, if you ever want swag from my
reach out to us and we'll mail them to you direct us.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, DM.
Yeah.
That'll be the best.
We
honestly.
appreciate it too, so thank you for any of the
that'd be
support
huge.
always.
That would be huge. Appreciate the shares and everything, fam.
I'm also happy early birthday, Mahogany. I saw you in the comments said tomorrow's your birthday, so
Hey,
happy
happy
early
B-Day.
birthday. Everyone take a dab or wish her happy birthday in the comments.
Go find yourself a donut.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm obsessed with these donuts right now, dude.
I know.
Like I really am. Like I can't help.
Well,
it.
last night, that's what I wanted to talk about. Last night, what did we roll? Like, I don't know in the story, it had to be at least over a half gram of oil rosin we put in that last night. Probably half gram, 0.6, 0.7. It was a decent sized snake.
It'll be in my recap video.
It's in our story right now.
I was already gonna post like a day one recap, but I'll be honest, like I got pretty stoned and I took video, but I'd like to take more.
I got pretty stoned.
Well, you know what I mean, like, and we were tired. We traveled all day. We were driving. I mean, we you know it's like a 3 hour drive, like Dave said, and we had other work to do, and we still had to do stuff from the computer.
Yeah, I
So,
had a day job work too.
Yeah, so it was just busy. You know what I mean? So by the time we actually got there, we were just
Yeah, I think it's funny.
dab, 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 and I broke my Puffco glass. Oh my god.
It's actually surprisingly it didn't happen sooner. I'll be honest with you, with
He's not
everybody.
wrong.
And he broke it at like 7 in the morning. It was pretty
Sweet.
yeah.
No, it's pretty
Probably woke
sweet.
up his neighbors.
Come on. Oh, my parents' neighbors. Because my parents live closer to him.
Tell explain how did you break it? How did you break it?
I just slightly fell over. And listen, I drop things all the time, like Dave says. Like that's again, Dave's like dead on. Groovy drops things all the time. And yes, rosin donut. That's hilarious. Sprinkle donut. I mean, either or depending on right now.
Donuts are good.
Oh, mahogany going to work in a drag show. Oh, that's what's up. Where's the drag show at? That sounds sweet. Happy birthdays. Do you have beanies? Yeah, we have some Do we have beanies left?
Yeah.
We have beanies. I don't know if we have a
Yeah,
few
I think
left.
there's like 1 or 2.
We have some New Era
We need to
beanies,
put
New
some
Era
more
flat
in.
brims, and then we definitely like this is what we got and the Dave has. I
Yeah.
don't have the beanie with me.
No. And there's like a trucker hat too.
Yeah, we got like a yeah.
Yeah, what they call it, like black and white.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
His Puffco hit the
The
cement.
glass. Yeah, essentially, it was just honestly the temperature
cement.
change. It was inside, and then I brought it. Set it down outside for like literally a split second, knocked it over.
Fell over, tip shattered.
I have allegedly.
He actually dropped it from like a 5-foot table and it did not break.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say is like
I
the
kid you
fact
not,
that it broke.
the studio table.
It was
In the
like
studio.
slightly fell over. It was like, and I was like, oh, it broke. I was like
Shattered.
I just kind of, I was like, blank. No, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't want to like it. Repeatedly for
Virginia,
many
where-
minutes.
Gotta do some dad shit, Andy. I feel you. Go take care of it. Groovy about how he wasn't
Yes.
broken last week. Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
you're probably absolutely right.
Listen, because I said I
There
literally.
was a shop out here that's
No,
trying to sell
you say
us
you're
for double
surprised.
the price, though.
Oh my god! You literally say you're surprised. You know, I was like, oh, I'm surprised I haven't broke it yet, and then it was broke.
Dude, we were trying to buy actually the shelf, or not the shelf, the glass out here for you, the attachment, and they were trying to charge like $150 for it. For the attachment.
Yeah, no.
Crazy.
Yeah,
You can buy it just
100
out from
yeah, it was like
Puffco for $70.
135. Yeah.
Just so everyone knows. Just so
It was
everyone knows.
$50 cheaper online, and she was trying to sell us. And don't get me wrong, I get it making your money, but like, I was like, that feels expensive. That's like almost what I pay for the Puffco. John says I use a UCAN UniPro Plus with a 510 cart for the road. I love good live rosin cart. Yeah.
Oh, some live rosin
carts.
carts, man.
Well,
Those are that. I love me some rosin carts.
see, the thing is, I was gonna get one yesterday, but I had my heart set on a good rosin deal. I didn't really.
And you got that.
I did. I mean, that was just yesterday too. We can find some more tomorrow, or today. That's the thing. You can kind of search and find some deals. I mean, the thing about the thing about like any of these type of things, like I mean, especially if you're looking to get your card, come get your card. You can get your card there. I think it's $90 out the door. That's including what goes to the state. If you're trying to just connect and maybe find a caregiver, this is the place to go to. You know what I mean? You know, I love cannabis at all levels. Like, so in the caregiver market needs to survive. It needs to exist. So I like seeing these type of networking events like this. It's cool.
Yeah, I just love cannabis events.
Yeah, I love cannabis, and I love all of the cannabis. That's what I'm saying.
You have cannabis
Bring
there.
a
I'm
plant.
like, this is awesome party.
Yeah, man.
No cannabis. I'm like, man, this guy's kind of lame. Kind of lame.
Ha! Mahogany bought herself a mushroom bar and a quarter of diamonds for her birthday. Well, damn.
Treat.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
I like the mushrooms though. That's mushroom bar. That sounds delicious.
Oh, Allison just asked us a question. Have you tried the hash hole from Red Bud Roots? No, I have not. So we've tried North Coast, which was some I really like, some I think I had one I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, it depends on which one. I did really like Holy Cannolis.
Yeah,
I love
those
those. The ones, the few we've had were solid.
And all these are about 2 grams with like a half gram rosin.
I made some homemade ones. We passed some yesterday, and I was like, I want to try some because it's my new thing right now. I'm really like, because I love hash and rosin, but I also like smoking some flour. And if you have some really salt flour with some really tasty rosin, and they like either match or they like really like not contradict. What's it called when they go together well?
Compare? No,
that's when you're comparing things.
Yeah.
Complimentary.
There we go.
There we go. Way, we got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, we went to bed pretty early last night. We were back at the hotel by like 10 o'clock.
We're like, hey, I'm gonna go home and take a nap. No,
I was like, man, I'm tired.
No, because we wanted to be there all day
tired.
today, and like today goes longer. Like meaning I don't even think they announced the cup winners till like 9.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a later night for us. Plus we have the 3-hour drive home. So it's like today we knew today was gonna be long. So
yeah. So I was like, hey, can we go early, later checkout?
Ryan MC, your homie makes hash rosin carts. Cool. Hell yeah. Does he go to these type of events?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, tell me pressure homies need the Okay, I feel you.
DNK, you're welcome on any of the beanie.
Any of the beanie.
Have beanie, let us know.
You know what's funny, DNK? She goes, things always seem to break when I'm not high. Yes, I didn't even smoke that day.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke yet. All I did was get there. And it's funny because you say that because Pops, they'll call him Groovy Dad.
Groovy Dad.
He's definitely not Groovy Dad.
Complete opposite, actually.
Groovy Mom and Groovy Dad. Like anti-Groovy Dad. No, but anti-Groovy Dad. That's funny. Unhappy
hilarious.
Pops, we can call him. No,
Unhappy girl.
He's like, oh, you gotta quit smoking that weed. You even broke your weed thing because you were smoking weed. I was like, I wasn't even high. It's funny that you said that. Like, I just think that's hilarious. Things always seem to break when I'm not high. It's funny.
That's true, man. That's true.
Gan, always let us know what you're smoking on, dabbing on, because now I'm depressed. Like, I just laugh so hard, to be honest.
Speaking of that,
No, you know what's funny? That Puffco I got for a great deal out the door. It's about time this glass thing broke. And now I think
it's dropped to like 5 to 10 times.
Does anyone have any cool attachments for the Puffco? Like, I've seen ones that you can, like, hit really hard. I mean, I don't necessarily want to go crazy, but I wouldn't mind upgrading if there was, like, a cool attachment, you know? Something like that.
Well, I mean, I would just check online probably, right? I don't know if I would trust some of the shops after what we almost got. You almost could buy a whole Puffco for the price of that glass, which is crazy.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. You can usually find them for $250, right? Or you can find them for a little bit. Sometimes people do $250 out the door, right? I found a place that did $200 out the door. Got lucky. So when someone says, hey, $138 or whatever plus tax, I'm thinking, wow, I'm about to spend $150 for just the glass part.
Yeah, at that point you might as well just get the whole new one.
Well, I don't know about mine as well, but it's just like I knew something was up. Something seemed wrong. I literally Googled it right there. I literally just Googled it right there in the store. It was like, what, 3 words on Google? Glass, attachment, Puffco, click. $79.99. I was like, oh damn, sorry lady. Like, I mean, if it was like $20 more, $10 more, she might have got me at a convenience. When you're talking $50 more, I mean, I don't know how anyone else there. Like, what would you spend for like convenience? Like, what percent up will you spend for convenience? I'd do 10-20%. But when you start getting a 25-50% markup, I'm like, hey, catch me being like, that was like 60%, 80-70% markup, bro.
No, dude, that was really high. That's a little ridiculous in my opinion. Like,
I may have an extra glass piece. Oh, I mean, you don't have to give me one. That's okay. You should probably keep it just in case you break one. But I mean, because I break everything. Watch me be like, hey, I broke it on my way home. I had to buy another one.
Oh my god.
Just be my damn luck. No, I'm just kidding. like, I'm just kidding.
That's hilarious. Dude.
No, it would be really nice, but I mean, I'll hit you up. We'll have to message each other. I appreciate you. That's awesome. Oh, look at our community. I love y'all. Y'all so beautiful.
While we're talking about DNK,
yeah.
So we'll take a nice dab. Let's give a shout out to DNK out of Lansing, Michigan.
Our long-term sponsors.
Yeah, they support us. They produce quality flower for affordable price for anybody buying on the recreational market. $25 an eighth. We've talked about the sour animal, talked about the Florida Kush. Now you're gonna get a little back history of who DNK is, what they're about.
Definitely hear, and you get to hear it from Nick,
yes.
one of the owners themselves. So take us. I don't know if I'd say sneak peek, but take a listen, just a little background who they are.
DNK Growers really is a collection of some caregivers back from the medical market who really have a passion for great premium cannabis. You know, we really focus more on the quality than we really do on quantity, and I think in this market, people really appreciate that. If you know much about us, we're just passionate people that have been using cannabis for a variety of reasons for the past 25 years. My partner and I, Kyle, the head grower here, we just have a passion to really produce a great product. We like to consume cannabis ourselves. We want to make sure that we offer a product that also meets the people that consume our product. So value is very important to what DNK is all about. We're from Michigan. We have a lot of experience and just want to make sure that we offer a product that people love to consume and want to come back and try DNK again.
What up?
And we're back. Yeah, shout out to Nick and DNK. Like we said, if you don't know if they're a shop near you, honestly, I would just reach out to DNK Growers personally, either on IG. I honestly think that's the best spot to reach out to.
Hey, thank you, Allison. We made that. We're making more promo videos. If you ever know anyone or want to do commercials with us, like that's something we want to definitely push more. And we're always looking for long sponsors.
Yeah, supporting brands that support
align with us.
Yeah, so similar values and not all about the corporate greed. So, and there are a lot of those good brands out there. You just got to find them. You know,
yes,
a lot of the corporate runs are slowly getting taken down, in my opinion. So,
yeah, for sure. Honestly, and yeah, again, like as we always said, let us know what you're smoking on. Let us know what you dab on. We've been dabbing a lot of rosin lately.
So I got this guy on this.
I know. You put me on this kick. And I'll be honest, like I've been trying so much stuff. Like I said, I like the Terp Farm stuff. That was really cool. Never tried their rosin before.
That Cannabis.
The Cannabis was solid stuff I just had. Actually, the Petro stuff, that GMO was really gassy. It's not like your garlicky type of GMO. It's more like your E85 type of smell, like literally it'll hit you like a gas, like a tangy gas. Like you'll see what I mean. Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
You get it. You're
it's a good description what you're trying to give right there. You're trying to do it. It's not bad. I give it to you.
Thanks for that verbal pat on my back, man.
Oh. I got you. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you see live resin now for like really cheap. Like
you see everything for really cheap.
Well, that's good,
right? Though
that's not bad. I mean, it's better for some, you know. It's better to see some more affordable product. When the market first opened up, I mean, prices were extremely high. Like, how can anyone afford a gram of rosin that's $115, $110, right? How can you afford that? You can't. How can you afford an eighth that's $80 of flour?
Yeah, dude.
Like those prices needed to come consistently. Yeah, like maybe you want to go try to treat yourself, but still, who wants to treat yourself on $100?
Well, listen. So like,
rosin?
I've always been. So I've always been a thing of like, I understand if there's some special, like, hey, this is our strain that we created and this is our baby, we're charging $65, $70, or whatever. I mean, do I want to pay it? No. But would I treat myself if it was that and you just wanted one premier strain, but then like the rest of your rosin was like 50 or 45? I'd be like, all right, that makes sense, because you're just trying to be like, this is our thing, right? It's kind of like how cookies did their genetics. That's what I understood when you're trying to sell a flavor, something unique. But when you're like, hey, here's our oh, this is a horrible example. Here's our Gorilla Glue, like, you know what I mean? That we're like 65 for an eighth. You'd be like, what?
Yeah. Well, that's like runs. That's like runs from runs.
Right. You know, or honestly, like, you know, you still see it. People selling you bullshit bags. You know. They'll brand, they'll repackage
bag,
something
it's
from a
just that Mylar
dispo
bag.
or something from
Fake
just
Mylar.
some brand, right? Yeah, and it is fascinating. I just.
Yeah, see, I mean,
I remember $20 for a gram before tax for a gram market. Yeah, well, yeah.
for a 1G pre-roll, $20. I mean, it was prices were crazy for the first couple of years here. So I mean, now it is good for the consumers to see some of it coming down, but also you need the businesses still to make money so the market doesn't crash or anything. But I do believe that no matter what, you're still going to see this market flourishing because like more cities are still opting in to having cannabis allowed, having more retail shops open up, so you'll be able to distribute more of your product inside these shops, which would be great. So I still think that the industry's got tons of growth in it personally, even with the prices still dropping.
Well, even with the prices dropping, you're still seeing this huge. Well, now with the prices dropping, you're seeing this huge, like, vary in how much ounces cost. It's anywhere from like $50 to $400. Well, how much is $60 an eighth? $50 an eighth all the way across. Still for $400, man. I mean, see D&K saying $420 in 2020. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you could. They're probably even more than too, because you only had a certain amount of growers even growing at the time.
Right.
Remember when the market first started? You needed the caregivers to supply. They had to get their product tested, and they had to supplement the entire recreational market until there were enough cultivators online that produced flower that was ready to actually for the customers to actually consume. Because you would have shops run out of product. There wouldn't have been enough product to even have the market take off. Now there's so many cultivators and so many plants that there's just so much flower. You got to distinguish which bud you like better, which company you like better, and go from there. It's crazy how it goes. The industry's grown in a little over. We're going into the end of 2022, and we're talking 2020, right? So like about 2 years. You know, like it's crazy how fast it's going into three.
It's about three. And whatever. It just depends on
but it's like, whoa. I mean, I'm curious what next year entails. Like, what do the prices entail next year? What's going to happen next year with some of the rosin, the flowers? Any of it going to drop? Is it going to stay about the same? We'll see.
Yeah, Dave Cobb on point. Supply and demand, supply and demand, supply and demand. Honestly.
That's true.
It really is. It really is. And like, well, especially right now with like what we just passed. What we just passed? Croptober.
Oh,
like prices. Do you think prices are gonna go up right now? Wait, I know, dude's like, November 10th.
Remember the 5th of November, right?
Remember, the 5th of November.
I was like, no, that's what just
I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Damn, V for Vendetta. That's a solid movie. ADD.
I can do that to you so easy.
What are we talking about?
I just say one thing. Well, you're talking about Croptober.
Oh, yeah. So prices are going to keep continuing to go down. I mean,
that's good. Perfect for Christmas holidays.
I honestly think that's why we're seeing this drop in flour, in rosin, and on the legal market, because they know to compete with everyone else's. But I mean, I'm also dealing. I mean, I don't know. Has anyone else heard like their local friend grower who like maybe wasn't like the best grower, but grew it just to grow a bunch to have fun with it, or someone who was growing? Because I've just been seeing a lot of people who aren't like super obsessed or passionate with cannabis, just kind of being like, it's so cheap. Just buy it from the dispo now. It costs more to grow it than it does just to buy it.
Well, yeah, think about all the time and hours you're putting into growing it, going to the hydro shop, going into the garden, checking on your plants, transplanting, doing the whole process. To curing, to trimming, to drying, and doing all that. I mean, it's a long time, man. When you can just go to the store now and there's like $60 ounces, $75 ounces.
Well, exactly. Well, that's crazy. I mean, again, it all comes down to your quality preference, right? Like if you need to grow high quality stuff and what you grow just isn't at that what you want, then like that's a whole nother story too. You know, why would you continue to grow if?
I'm picky. I don't think any of the $50 ounces are going to be like what I would want to blaze, but I haven't tried them, but
Dave's like, I'm not going to try them, so let's just stop here. I
But
mean,
there's
you're not gonna try $50 ounce.
there's
I mean,
some
we
good
could get a
flour.
$50 ounce and like try it on air, and then if it sucks, just like dump the rest into like butter or something. Make like one strong brownie.
Or just push it with flour rosin and then just make a donut with some rosin. Like
Yeah,
that.
but shit, wax would probably taste shitty in the rosin. You make it edible, it's just an edible.
True. Yeah.
Remember. If I don't know.
It was a good movie. It really is.
Sorry. I see. I get $100 Ozia medical here in Florida, but see what I mean? Like, and that's medicinal, but like that's not even half bad at all, man. Like, granted, I don't know the quality, I don't know the growers, morals, like all these things, right? You know, you got to look into them. But dude, yesterday even at this event, they were $60 ounces, 2 for 50, or 2 for 100. You know what I mean? It was like Mr. Allen's in this bitch. You get that if you're from Michigan.
Someone else commented they quit growing indoor a year ago.
Oh, my man. What's up, fam? How's it going? Good morning.
Morning.
You quit growing indoor? Yeah, that makes sense because cost, man. Price. How much electricity you probably spending indoor? Probably, you know. Like, you just entered the indoor flower in your cup. Like, outdoor makes more sense, you know. You just do it one big crop every summer. You know, you do it. You know what you're doing, hopefully, and you just crop it well.
Yup. I mean, Dave says
Quality issues for show. See, yeah, hell yeah.
100% right.
But I get $50 ounces from a Disso harvest from last. Yeah, but the $50 ounces are harvested of last year and shit. Yeah.
No, that is true.
Listen,
but that's what you're getting though when it's
right. But if you're just finding what weed is, man, we used to smoke brick weed and get lit. Let's think about coming into weed nowadays. If you came into weed nowadays, like if I came into weed nowadays, me, Groovy was like, yo, I never smoked weed. What's this shit, right? And
what do you want? Indica sativa.
Is it fire?
Gotcha,
Damn it!
fam,
Come on,
gotcha.
man. You gotta let me play the joke out. Dave plays the whole bit out. And he's like, no, I'm just kidding. But
What?
No, but literally, if I just started smoking weed now, if you gave me some bottom of the barrel shit, I'd probably still get stoned. You know?
Yeah.
But that's if I didn't smoke it. I didn't have any reference. I didn't have any I wasn't obsessed with flavor.
Well, you wouldn't know what to compare it to. Like, what's actually good weed at that time?
Yeah,
Because
man.
you've only had.
Call me
weed.
Groovy Frieri because it's Flavor Town over here, man. That's how I love the Terp Town. Groovy Frieri. It's Terp Town. I'm mayor of Terp Town. No, but
Mayor of Terp Town.
no, but seriously, like you
it.
start learning, and like it wasn't about flavor back then. It was about just like I had it in my system.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's all relative when you're
That makes sense.
when you're smoking cannabis, because like I'm not saying I'd like want to go smoke $40 ounces of shake, but like if that's where your budget is and you got 3 kids and you still want to smoke some flower every once in a while, you put it in a blunt, and you mask that bitch. Like I get it. You know what I mean? Been there. Like,
Yeah, no, man.
things have just changed with science, education, and the internet.
I used to do roach plunges.
What's up, Penny
Roach
Harris, man? How you
plunge.
doing, fam?
Blunts. Jesus.
It's an expensive hobby anymore, says my man. That's kind of what I was saying. Is if you weren't passionate about cannabis, you're not like,
Yeah.
you know, in the community trying to grow and trying to on a different level, or you grow what you think is great cannabis to you. Like, why keep just investing in it? You know.
Gotta find quality growers.
Multiple people saying they haven't grown electric. Yeah. Last time I was Benton Harbor, I got a bunch of 70 from nobody's home. Quality for the price. Recently harvested too. You gotta see, smell before you that shit. You know, yeah, and absolutely, that's a great point. You see that type of stuff, the cheaper stuff, the deals. You just gotta look at it because people would say like, I wouldn't buy like 8 for 100 like grams of wax back in the day. But if you looked at it and you knew the brand, like I used to get great deals on like True North and shit. Like 6 for 100, you know, and a year ago that was fire. Like, that was great deals.
I don't see the True North deals no more as much.
Well, I don't go to that dispo as much anymore. And honestly, now I've been on this rosin kick.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, it's ever since rosin's prices have dropped down to live resin almost. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna spend it, I might as well spend $5 more and get rosin. You know, I like that natural side. But yeah, it really is one of those. But you ever notice those cheaper ounces? They're like, ooh, sorry, we can't open them. You're like, oh yeah, gee.
Well, then I would check the date at that point. Like the date's your best bet there because you'll know how it is because it's been sitting in that package. Or check the package date because once it's packaged, that's the date it's been sitting on for however how long it's been. So if it's a long
Right,
date, I wouldn't
right.
recommend even getting it at that point because you're gonna hurt yourself in the long run because it's probably not gonna be that great a bud. Like try to find something, maybe pay the extra $10. You might find something that's a little bit newer, right? That would just be my recommendation. But
Yeah.
if I'm smoking it, preferably, right?
Yeah, I really think Mob Man just hit the nail on the head with that when he said,
It's an expensive hobby.
hobby. Yeah, because that's what it is, man. It's like, it's not like if you're making money or you're just getting your overages or you have 5 patients and they're like, yo, I need 4 ounces a month each of us. You're like, let's go, right? So you don't have overages, right? Everything works out. Then you got a good thing going. But like, if you're just trying to grow and you're growing like spending, well, I don't know, probably $1,000 at least a month between all like electric, water, time, newts or living soil, whatever you use, right? Like all that stuff just adds up. So like if you're not growing the quality cannabis you want, then it's like, then you're wasting your time. You gotta really have a passion for it, on another level. Or hey, maybe someone needs RSO in my family and it's cheaper to grow it than it is to just buy it. So
I think that's
if
how
there's
it's
a secondary
seen,
reason.
strain-specific strains that help certain ailments or help
That's the beauty
you
of the
personally.
card. It's the beauty of the card. Go get your card. If you have the ability to do so and inclined to do so, get those cards.
It is. That's why I'm just Jinx. Minnesota. We both said sounds like Jinx. It is expensive, but some people just like to enjoy doing it and just for love for the plant. And like everyone should have that option. People will grow the cannabis and go to the store, and that's the best part about breaking down where it's been and slowly get into laws that help everybody and everyone can have an opportunity to try cannabis. Like it should just be like tomatoes and carrots and lettuce, whatever you want to plant, you should be able to plant and harvest for yourself. And if I want to pass some off to you or my mom or anybody, you should be able to, and then you should be able to go to the store and buy what you want to buy and go from there. I mean, it just makes it easy. I mean, people are gonna go to the store. It's not like everyone's like we just determined indoor growing, a lot of work and expensive electricity.
Yeah.
Long term, not everyone's gonna want to do that, especially with the way bills and other things are
and-
going up. The one thing
that's-
going down is cannabis and pricing, and everything else is going up.
So that's the one thing that differentiates cannabis than like
Makes no sense.
Well, a lot of times people are comparing it and trying to regulate it like the CRA, like they're trying to regulate it, compared to like being a medicinal like product, right? And this is where it's different to me, where you can't really. It's not like a pill, right? Quality matters, right? You're not like going to the doctor and different doctors have different Xanax, right? Like that, you go to the doctor and they give you Xanax. You go to different caregivers, you go to different growers. It is a different quality product, right? And I understand that it is medicinal purposes, has medicinal properties, but I don't think cannabis. This is why I always differentiate on like, is it medical or is it not? Because it's all about how you smoke it. I think it has other purposes too. I think it's a little different. I think the plant is more sacred than just one thing. So I don't know. That's just I always found it very awesome about the plant that it can be like that, and that's why I'm a big fan of decriminalizing it altogether
100%,
and freeing the market. I do think the stores and shit are always going to have their people out of convenience. I mean, they're going to get me out of, hey, I feel like a pre-roll and I don't have any bud on me and there's dispo over there. They're going to get people on pre-roll. Like, I want a hash hole right now. I don't want to go make one. I don't want to, like, call people out, but these markets, these caregivers, like, this is how it started. This is where the market came from. You can't ever forget it. It's a beautiful thing that we even have it. And I love the Michigan market. That's why I do not want things to change. We do not want to see those house bills ever pop back up. Just pay attention. Keep paying attention in what's going on. And we'll keep you updated. Definitely check out Jazz Cabbage Cafe. Check Medical Mondays out. Who else is in Michigan? There's Deliciously Dope. There's Chillis in Illinois.
What? They're in Illinois, but
Yeah. So I'm just saying anyone I could think of out of nowhere. Sorry, I kind of just listed. Yeah.
Well, you said in Michigan, then you
there's Smoking Rope, I believe. There's
the Redemptions,
yeah.
Michi Grow Bros, thanks, Dirty.
Grow Bros for sure. Grow Bros. For sure.
Botman had a comment. I just wonder how profitable it is for the legal market with the massive overhead costs. I think that's why you're starting to see some of
That's
these
fair.
companies.
Rich Grow Bros is for sure. Good show. And yeah, I said Medical Mondays for sure.
That's why you're seeing
we
these
just hung out with
companies
Burger
laying off people, closing up shops because they're opening up too many retail shops, or that their price of their weed, they're selling it for dirt cheap, which then is affecting the overall market as well too, because they need to make some type of money. Because, like, in my opinion, when you have $1 million like your facility costs plus your building costs, your electrical costs, like you have to bring in a certain amount of money per month. Like some of these small grows, like a lot of them have probably practiced from the caregiver days, known 72 plants, now they're increasing to 500 or 1,000, and that's what they're staying at, and they might not even be using all the grows or the plants, and your overhead cost isn't so high. Like some of these places, like dude, we've seen some of them, like they're huge, and if you're not producing the quality in the long term, if your bud's not selling, like the discos aren't going to rebuy your product.
Again, like
right?
To me, it all comes down to how every business is run, man. If you have $1 million overhead and you're only making $1.2 million, and maybe you're not doing it right. And I don't want to say that, hey, we have too many people. We have too many people we have too many people you should just fire, but that's not what I'm saying. I was like, you got to kind of pre-plan ahead with how much product you can produce, how much money you're bringing in. Like, you can't just, there's so many things to factor. You know what I'm saying?
And they try to scale too quick. Like, I mean, a lot of them are trying to stack these licenses, and it's like you should
first employees for a small grow up. Like, hey, why don't you
figure out? You got to figure out, grow right, figure out quality, figure out how to grow quality cannabis. And I think that's where you have a lot of these smaller growers, craft growers are coming in, and they're taking profit away from these the corporations, which they're seeing is wrong. They're thinking, oh, this is wrong, right? But they're producing quality bud. They know how to grow the bud. They know what the consumers like. They're talking about the terps. They're talking about non-remediated product. It passed medical testing, and it's just on the adult use market. Like, that's quality bud. That bud you as a consumer, me or you, are going to want to smoke over something that's not as tasty, doesn't look as good, and it's coming from a big grower. It's just pretty much just a bud. I don't know. I don't feel like the love and care is there on each plant.
Mama said also your compliance and cost and licensing.
Oh yeah, that's
it's huge too. Yeah. No, and Dirty saying the south half of the state has too many grows. Interesting. Southern part. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Because Michigan, you have a lot of big open areas. But I mean, look at it. He says my county is dry, for example, only medical grows. So they don't got like adult use medical stores. Probably they probably don't have grows, right, or medical license, and that's awesome.
They should learn. You should have some type of background of growing cannabis, and it shouldn't even be in like a small area. Like grow 4 plants isn't something where you can be like, I can grow 1,000 plants. That's a huge, vast difference, right? Like from like a small closet to something big. Even going from 72 to 500 is a pretty decent sized jump in what you have to do. Like, you got to still think of pests. You got to think of water, and you got to make sure your lights are going on. You got to make sure you have your CO2 and everything. And that's funny. So says Joe's comment.
Why would I say that?
The corporate cannabis that's closing up, saloon, produce crappy product, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I was like, why would I say that? I don't want him. It's like you should give him sand trombones, huh? At the corporate shops, never had customers in Grand Rapids. I always shop at the low use selections, and yeah, LOL.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of these companies, I don't think long term they will be here as the industry continues to grow. I mean, look at
people will stick. Like, it's all about
I mean, just look what happened with White Boy Rick and the 8th brand. He was just with Pleasantries, MCMA, and now it looks like he just transferred to exclusive brands for this packaging and probably grow. So
smart.
I don't see much.
Morals matter, man.
Like the MCMA.
They should.
Yeah, they should, especially for cannabis.
Like long term, and maybe he made a bad deal. Maybe he was like, shit. I don't really know the whole situation. You just gotta go. The morals.
I mean, MCMA. who was it? The guy from Pleasantries, the owners, is one of the guys that created the MCMA list, or the association. So for that to even start and then for him to leave just shows that, hey, maybe that was hurting, or like you said, morals, doesn't want to be a part of something like that, because that is just literally restricting the plan and what we've done here in the state. Like, why would you want to restrict grows?
Shit, maybe we could hear his side. Like, why'd you leave?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I already thought of. Yep, just thinking about that.
You're listening. Come on, dude. I don't know why you're listening, but I appreciate you listening. Appreciate all you listening, subscribing, checking us out, all that buzz, all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate
Oh,
everyone
interesting.
tuning
Ryan
in.
says
And,
the corp shops are on borrowed time, man. For one, hostile. I'm sorry. And for one, wait. I, for one, am not fuck with anyone hostile to kickers. Yeah, exactly. Of course not. But that's where the market came from. It's like, come on, man. There's enough to go around if we just kept expanding green zones and kept focusing on getting less counties, like going from dry to having shops and having, like, hey, all these areas that are like, hey, you can't grow weed because it's our town. Like, getting rid of these things, expanding the green zones, like,
Metro Detroit.
then you open up things. Like, I personally think so. I don't know.
Oh, dude,
More
100%.
accessibility and expanding green zones.
Because then you'd have more places to
Normalize the
offer
plant.
product. You'd have more people to be able to have access. It'd be, like you say, it's convenience. You'd have more convenience for more customers in the market. Like, most of Metro Detroit, Macomb, Oakland, and Wayne County, I don't think there's a lot of recreational. Like, Detroit's slowly coming online. And the one big city I think that's recreational by us is Centerline. And that's, like, the smallest of cities possible. In my opinion, it's like a little community. So, I don't know. But
Yeah.
it is pretty interesting, the whole industry and how it's going here in Michigan, and it's going to continue to pop off here. So, appreciate everyone tuning in and joining us on this Wake and Bake.
Oh yeah, dirty. No, for sure. No, we've shared in the story that image is still floating around somewhere at the MCMA list. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, they've been kind of quiet. I don't know what's going on over there. We've been waiting for an update. We haven't
A
seen
couple
anything.
brands
When I
closed
listened to
up
that
shop,
CRA,
some left.
when I listened to that CRA update, they did speak, but it was more about the licenses and stuff. So,
Well, the moratorium they were trying to do.
Yeah, that was all about the moratorium.
Better not
So
pass
I haven't heard
that.
anything about the House bills. So that's what we said. Don't pass those bills. Just keep listening. We'll keep you updated as we hear things, of course. We're excited again. If you're going in the Benton Harbor area, go check out the Organic Cup if you have the means to do so. We'll be out there. Schwink.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Showered out that beanie. Or showered that off. But it is. We'll be at the Organic Cup. Definitely just trying to. And we'll be. I think we're doing the blind roll off. So it'd be really fun.
That'd be cool.
Come say hey or let us know if you're going to be out there. Love to connect. Or if you're next week, if you're going to be at MJ BizCon, let us know. Love to connect.
Yeah, I don't think we're going live next Saturday, but we're going to try to go live Tuesday evening.
It's all up in the air.
Yeah, up in the air if possible. So if not, we will see you guys in, like, I don't know what date it is. I think it's like the 21st or something. 22nd. 22nd would be the day we'd be back for a turf talk.
Yeah, and shout out to Turf Farms.
But we will probably just go live from Vegas, but it won't be like an actual stream like this if
All
it's
that.
anything.
Solid stuff.
So we will have we did just release our episode. We reviewed Society C's Gelato 33 live hash rosin. We talked about the upcoming election where 2 states did just go legal on Tuesday. That was Maryland and Missouri. Both the Dakotas and Arkansas did not pass. And then we also get into a couple other.
Hey, but Missouri did, and it's the first one in the South, correct? Am I wrong? Isn't Missouri? I think it was the first one in the South. That went adult use, right? I swear it was. I mean, it might not be the first medicinal because I think
Arizona's like Southwest. But
Oklahoma went medicinal. I don't know if they're adult. I don't know.
Missouri was medicinal.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about adult use, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Either way, or recreational, whatever. Yeah, I'm really excited because I think that's really cool. And 2 more, man. We're at 21 states. We're almost halfway to where it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, once we hit 25, like you need to
Decriminalize,
do something. And safe banking, for crying out loud. Jeez, let these businesses give banks loans, write off stuff.
Wait, wrong person. Whoops.
No, yeah.
Hey, look, I'm not candidate, but there's our social media handles. That one's mine over there.
Oh, so what'd you enter in the organic?
Weed.
Where's that sax at?
Beep, 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 beep. Whatever.
No, appreciate you all joining us today. Like I was just saying,
It was awesome,
if we don't see you for a week, you guys have a great week. We'll be posting tons of stuff on our content, on our stories. We'll be posting stuff on our IG and Facebook. So if you're just following us on YouTube, follow us on our IG. Our website, we're reworking some things on our website, so stay tuned. I'm super excited. As well as we're having new blogs and new reviews getting posted up, coming up too. So stay tuned. We have just tons of crap. That's all I gotta say.
Tons of crap.
Dude,
that was. I don't even think I could end it on any better note than we got tons of crap.
You're welcome. Tons of content. Tons of
Tons of crap. Tons of crap tent. There we go. Tons of crap. All right, now this doesn't. All right, man. But no, for real. As always, we're here to advocate,
educate,
and inspire.
Till next time, y'all.
Peace.